Hello everyone. In this video I will be playing the test tournament, and now here the tournament name is showing All for the Front, but we know it's a new tournament. It's definitely not All for the Front. The tournament name hasn't been yet disclosed. Okay, so I'm starting with two barracks, but I think for considering this map, the Silk Road, this map has quite many places where resource containers can be found, so three barracks won't be a bad choice either. So here in this tournament you see that it's a bit like behind the wall, but the defensive fortifications of my ally isn't spread uh, so much like the behind the wall tournament. And if you see the at the corner here are some other extra buildings, and at this place the defensive buildings are only there are only three bunkers, not any other buildings. Unlike the buildings closer to my base, there are a lot more fortifications. Along with bunkers, there are also rocket towers and air defense. Okay, so you see this is one transport we are getting from the warehouse behind my base, and I'll have to send it there. Okay, I'm going to send this transport here, and after that this will allow me to choose to go into certain building that is situated behind these three bunker. And the same is for my partner. He has at the top of my base three bunker and some buildings. Okay, now two options I have to go, and this going here will provide me vehicles, and going the other way would provide me helicopters. Not importantly helicopters, but yeah, most of the time helicopters, and when you'll get vertex they will just go away after making a few shots. So choosing vehicles is always the better choice out of these two. Okay, enemy tried to scout but did not manage to have a scout, and uh, seeing how these defensive buildings are working, it seems like these buildings are maxed according to the rank. Okay, now I'm going to cut off a few part. Okay, so I got my second transport too, and the transport is extremely slow, very slow. And you see my video is running in 1.5 times speed, so if you compare it with that, the real speed is of this transport is very poor. So using vertex can be used to intercept these transports. So the function of these transport are just to get additional units. Now this transport disappeared. I will get another transport after a few while, then I'll be sending this transport here continuously, and this is the way for getting more units. And the objective of this tournament is of course destroying the enemy base. So you can choose not to defend the transport or doing something else, but um, having units with these transports is going to be effective, very effective in the long run, since in the later game the vehicles or units that you will be provided will be heavy vehicles. Okay, so this is the next transport. Alright, I'm sending my units Zeus, Torrent and Typhoon at the middle, and going to attack here with three vertex, because you see there are no air defense, but he has two Typhoons that he found from those transport. Now here you can see there is a new transport was trying to go there, and I intercepted it using those vertex, meaning that he cannot have new units just for a little bit while. At least I delayed him for a little bit of time. And he's going to use his units to attack probably at my base. Some hammer, assault, and fortress. Now I'm still continuously sending units at the center, and because I have vertex, I'm quite confident that they won't be able to do that much of a thing. My vertex will be refilled very soon. Okay, now here his units have taken position. Okay, now the vertex of mine will make its move. Okay, so he had also two vertex and he did not scout at the middle. So while he was going to attack, his vertex was also attacked by my typhoons. And also there are some air defenses of my allied buildings that also damaged his vertex. And my vertex was also there, so his vertex could not survive. So now I'm going to use the existing units that I had in the middle to take over this place. And now here you see the defensive fortification is the weakest at this point. Only 3 bunkers, nothing else. And this is the side that is the most vulnerable and also the most valuable, because taking control of this location means that I can totally disrupt his supply of units from these buildings. Okay, he managed to produce 2 more vertex, but I also have typhoons here, so he won't be able to do anything. So taking my position at the top instead of at the middle is more beneficial. And of course I still should have put 1 unit at least for having scout. And for this bottom I have 2 typhoons already, so that's enough to get some defenses against the vertex. And I will be getting Zeus Torrent heavy vehicles later on, so I'm not going to reinforce any units at this site. Instead I'm going to reinforce it at this point, because he might try to reoccupy this area using more force. Okay, let's try harassing him as much as we can. Okay, we managed to destroy 2 air defense buildings of the enemy allied enemy allied buildings. Okay, I got my next transport. It will be sent into position as well. Upgrading my barracks into level 2 currently, and will be upgrading into level 3 because I want to produce fire assaults. Okay, more attacks on the enemy, but the enemy already expanded his air defenses and constructed a second construction yard. Although he's much behind in developments, I have level 4 HQ and he has currently level 3 HQ. At least it's better that he's able to provide me a good fight, because otherwise I couldn't have a good test of this tournament. So after seeing what happened, I decided not to bring any more Avia. I need to bring more and more vehicles. Okay, going to try to destroy his airfield this time. Okay, now let's see. Okay, almost destroyed it. Second hit will do it. And fortunately, I only had to lose one vertex. So I think his air defense buildings are not that much upgraded yet. Okay. His surviving vertex, he used them to attack these units since those vertex will be lost eventually. Okay, so now I decided to charge for attack because now since I'm getting units continuously and also I have HQ level 4 units completed, so I will try attacking from both sides considering the unit quantity of the advantage I have in unit quantity. Okay, it seems like that all of his armies went here to protect his base, and this side he has nothing to defend. Okay, so I think so you already know what is going to happen. Okay, so now you see what I'm going to get. It's almost 19 minutes, and as the time drags longer and longer, you'll get more heavy vehicles. And his base is about to collapse. There is nothing he can do at this moment. Okay, I got 2 Zeus, 2 Torrents, and 1 Typhoon, and that's at the mark of 19 minutes. When the battle drags longer, you'll get more heavy vehicles. Okay, so that is all I have to say for this video, and for the unit versus unit test, I will be uploading Delta versus Cayman test next, and probably in a few days, and more tests will be coming too. Okay, so yeah, that's it.